What's up, guys?
What size are you? You're a 3/16. How goes it?
I said so. Oh, he's ready. Yeah, late start today. Late start this weekend.
Late start this whole entire week. I've had to work a lot.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So I have not been able to get much done since what you guys last saw. You want to bring the people in here to show them anything?
I'll bring you inside, guys. Let's do this.
So, well, yeah, I mean, like we expected anything different with this debacle of a truck. We're running the tall valve covers. So the AC bracketry we had wouldn't work. So I ordered another bracket that also wouldn't work. So that was fun. That made me very happy. So we had to rotate the whole compressor outward. So I took some other brackets I had and cut them all up, made this piece, and then cut down all the sleeves to make this spacing correct and put the compressor where it needs to be. So now everything's in line. If you look at it from the side here, I know this bracket looks like it's kicked, but it's actually not really under any pressure. I'm going to take this spacer back out, grind it down to the same thickness as that one. That way it pulls this bracket where it has to be. That way nothing looks like it's out of alignment, because as far as the compressor and pulley and everything, it's all perfectly aligned when you get the belt into the correct groove and all that good stuff. So that's good now. Still needs a little bit of work. We'll probably paint these top brackets, just paint them semi-gloss black or whatever. Problem number 7,422.
And a half.
Yeah. We had spark plug wires that had straight ends. The straight ends ran into the header on that side. We ordered different ones. These have a ceramic boot on it, which is nice because they can actually touch the header and it's good. But here's our problem. This one is jammed underneath the header. I had to take the header loose and move it out just to get that on there. And I was going to leave it like that for right now until we got the truck fired up and everything. Then I was going to deal with it. But then I realized I can't deal with it then because everything is so close to the inner fender well. I do not want to try to deal with this when the truck is put together and the inner fender well is painted. So
it hits the inner fender well, right? You said you'd have to take the whole thing off if you needed to do
anything.
Yeah,
you would probably have to disassemble all that to get that header out of there because everything's pretty tight. So these are LS headers for, I believe, an S10. Why they would make that so tight there, I do not understand. Even if this boot was a 90-degree boot, it still would not work. And you wouldn't even be able to really get in there to take the spark plug out. So we're going to pull this header back off. And I'm going to cut it loose from the flange. We're going to see about bending this pipe outward and then adding another short section of stainless tube in there, which I do not have right now. And I still don't have a way to TIG. And I don't have a torch here to heat this. I do have a torch at the shop where I work. So we're at least going to get this off of here and get it cut loose and go from there. This will not be fixed in this video because I have to find material and all that stuff. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but we are going to get it off and get started on it. The other thing we've got to do is we've got a little bit of trimming to do on the core support. Everything clears, but it's very close. So before we end up running into an issue later on down the line, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right now. That way we don't have any issues. Don't know that we would, but I don't want to chance that. So we're going to do that. We still need to tighten up our fuel pressure gauge. So we'll get that done. And we still got to pick up some bolts for our rear yoke on the drive shaft so we can get that bolted up. We can't get the rest of the exhaust on until we get the bed on because it comes through the bed fenders. So that's still going to be a little while because we want to clear coat the bed More than likely, we're going to start working on the cab again. We have to patch the bottom of the cab where we cut it for the exhaust to pass through right here. Because right now it's just an open wound up into the cab. That's got to be sealed up. So we'll get on that shortly, and then get everything on the cab lizard skinned, and then everything painted, clear coated, so the cab can go back on.
Is that this video?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know how far we'll get on any of this stuff.
I get to paint stuff. I'm so excited.
We literally have like maybe a day to try to get enough content for a video because we've been so busy and haven't had time to work on the truck this week. So we're going to do what we can do.
Miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah, we're going to do what we can do to get you guys a video.
And a good video.
We're going to attempt a good video. I can't make any promises.
It's always a good video.
I don't know that
when
any of
you're
our
in it.
videos have ever been good.
I think like 1 or 2 of them.
1 or 2?
Yeah, like
okay?
there's some that I'll watch like when we rewatch them and I'm like, you know, that was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's some that I watch that I'm like, why do people actually watch us?
There's that. So, like I said, we got a few small things left to do in here. And then really I need to get this out of the way so I can get the cab in here and pick it up with the lift. I guess it might be high enough to do what I got to do underneath on a creeper, but it'd be nice to put it on the lift. But the only way I can do that is to push this outside. Don't want to push it outside because it's supposed to start raining and rain all week long. Don't really want it up under the awning either. So the only other thing we'll be able to do is push the Chevelle over, move this to that side for right now, if we need to pick up the cab.
Oh, did you guys see that debacle a while ago, right? That was during the hurricane. We tried to get everything in here and it was tight.
Yep. So we got that going for us. So we'll see what we can get done.
And Steven said that maybe for the next video, we could work on the Etzel a little bit since it's my birthday week.
But don't get too excited because it's not a whole lot's going to happen.
But
we'll
I mean,
rip that raggedy Ford engine out of it for sure and sell that to somebody that wants it.
Yeah, we have to see if it turns over still, right?
You
don't think it's going to.
That thing's probably locked up. I'm sure you could get it to turn over if it's not too bad. I mean, the oil looks fine in it. Doesn't look like, it doesn't look like there is no water in the oil, surprisingly, because the bag we had over the carburetor is kind of tore up right now. So I'm very surprised that it doesn't have water in the oil. It might be sitting on top of the pistons and hadn't made its way through, but we will deal with that. I don't know if we're even going to try to turn that engine over or not. I just want it out of there and out of the way.
And get it covered up.
Yeah, but I mean, if someone's interested in an Etzel engine, then let us know.
Yeah. Hey, Douglas Hornback, you know anyone?
So that's coming out. We'll probably work on that next week, maybe. We got a lot of stuff to do. I still got to get the 12 valve out of that Dodge. I want to get that Dodge truck chopped up and out of my yard because it's an eyesore. And we still got to work on that GMC over there, and we got a seat to recover in that thing and a few other things to do so I can get that truck on the road and either trade it, sell it, or drive it, whichever. So that's everything we got going and more. Summer breeze. Come take the core support off.
This?
Yep.
Okay.
Hit that bitch at full speed because there's nothing holding the bottom. So we're just gonna notch this thing right here and right over here just for a little bit more clearance than what we had, so we don't end up with it, smacking up against something later on, like if the bushing starts settling, which eventually they will. So just gonna give it a little bit of extra room, like when you wear like your big pants for Thanksgiving. Fixed. Clean that up with the flapper. Flap on.
Flap off.
Flap off. The flapper. Yep.
Oh God, you just sounded like the guy from storage wars.
Yep.
He annoyed me so much.
He was pretty
Dave,
annoying.
right?
Old Dave. Storage Wars Dave. She's repaired. The repair has been made.
What are you doing, just spraying?
We're gonna fix what we just cut with some, you know, rebuilding a can.
All right, give him a squirt.
That's our cuts.
Yeah?
Now she's got clearance. She's got clearance. All right. Let's get this fuel gauge sealed up.
Gauge be gauging.
Yeah, it needs to be gauging.
I wish I had Chinese food.
Okay.
I don't know, like I'm just really feeling like Chinese.
You're feeling Chinese?
Yeah.
Do you speak Chinese?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you. You need a standard and a metric to make this happen. 567 Loctite, folks. So on my car, I'm running a gauge that has the fitting out of the bottom. So it's stood up like this, which makes it kind of hard to see when you pop the hood and you're trying to look at what the pressure is. You kind of have to bend down. So we got a 45 for this one, and we'll face it sideways. That way when you pop the hood, walk around the side of the truck, you can see what your pressure is. It makes it a little bit easier to see. I like it.
I like you.
I like you.
All the time?
Every time. All right, let's get this header off of here so we can figure that out. All right, let's get these wires out of our way. At least the ones we can get out of our way. I love having to take things back apart.
Did you like to do puzzles when you were a kid?
Yep.
Jigsaw puzzles?
Yep.
Do you still like to do puzzles?
Don't know.
Would you like to do one with me?
Maybe.
Let's get a puzzle.
Okay.
Okay. Like in celebration, like when we finish the truck, we'll do a puzzle.
Okay. You're so weird.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We need a 3/8 wrench. Can't even get the bolt all the way out of this thing with that plug wire there. Very, very stupid design on these headers. Wish I would have caught this way earlier. But I would have thought that whoever manufactured these would have never let that fly. What do I know?
I mean, are like everything that you use like common parts? That it is very ironic that it doesn't fit?
I mean, it shouldn't not fit. It's a header designed for an LS engine. They should have, you know, at least checked and made sure they could, you know, run plug wires.
Oh.
I don't understand I don't know who built these. I don't know what the brand is. I don't want to change headers because we've already modified them to fit everything. And so we'll continue modifying things until it works.
What's happening out here now?
We got our header off.
I wasn't quick enough, guys.
She was changing batteries and I just went without her. She's upset now.
Yeah, I cried.
All right, let's stick this guy back on there. Get it out of our way.
Is the paint dry?
Yeah, it only takes 20 minutes for that to dry. So I'm just gonna stick the nuts on there. Not worried about tightening anything right this minute.
I like when you stick your nuts on there.
Oh my God, Jackie. Oh yeah, plenty of clearance now.
So where exactly was it that you just cut?
This spot down here,
Oh.
because this moves forward some, so
Gotcha.
it was close to the idler arm. And this right here I cut out, it was really close to the steering gearbox. Now for this debacle, we got to modify this one tube.
Because it was only one of the plugs that were hitting.
Correct. So So this guy right here.
Okay.
So we got to cut that weld out. Got to cut all that weld out. And we got to probably heat this and bend this pipe outward so that we have room. Then we'll have to get another piece of tubing and fill that gap in, take it back up, take it back into here.
Is Toby doing that? Or yeah, right?
I don't have a TIG, so either Toby will do it or someone with a TIG.
Hey, our captain, we need the TIG attachment.
They're like, we've given you enough.
I know, we're very grateful.
You know what?
What?
Probably be easier just to cut this pipe, then get all that out of there. We have to add to it anyway, so it's not a big deal. Now we need some clamps.
Clampage.
Thank you. Now, see if we can bend this thing without distorting everything else.
How do you bend it? You heat it up, you said?
That would be the ideal way, but I don't know. I don't really have a good way to heat it. I can try to use the MAP gas, but it probably won't get it hot enough. We'll find out. I need to get some oxygen and acetylene here so that I can bend things easier.
Man, I screwed myself up real good.
Smashed into those lugs there.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Oh
I'm
boy.
bruised already.
You'll be all right. It's all part of working in the garage.
I don't know if I'll be able to walk ever again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah.
You done for?
There was movement. Do you see it?
So we're gonna bolt this thing back up, make sure we can get the plug wire on it and have the clearance we need. Then I'll grind all that material out of the flange, and then we've got to find some pipe, some stainless pipe, the correct size, and we'll put a short piece back in there and should be good.
Does all that get painted or?
No.
So are you gonna see where
See where what?
you had to make the modification?
Well, the whole eventually the whole header will look like what it looks like where I heated it.
Oh.
As far as where it's TIGged, you can take the time to grind it and polish that back out, but there's really no point in it because we're not building a show truck that's going to be pushed in and out of a trailer. So as soon as it starts running, these headers are going to discolor. If you pop the hood on my car and look at them, they're like gold and blue from the heat. So
Gotcha.
No big deal. I just want to make sure everything fits again, because by bending that, I know we were moving this, but we had some play in all of that with that having that flex joint in there. So even if this moved a little bit, it shouldn't really matter. That flex joint should compensate for it. But when it cools down, we'll find out. All right.
Are you cooled down?
Cooled down.
You cooled down now.
It's cooled
You're
down
not so hot.
enough for, touching.
You're always hot to the touch.
Oh boy.
Meow.
All right, let's see if it'll work. Will it work?
Should this be like a will it work video?
It's a will it work.
Do you need me to hold anything?
No. Just need to get this bolt started. Oh yeah, that'll bolt right back up. That's good news. So far, so good.
What? Something's going right for you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call this going right. If this were going right, we wouldn't be in this debacle.
Everything happens for a reason.
Oh yeah? What's the reason for this?
To test your patience. and teach you.
I don't have any of that.
And teach you how to, you know, be calm for when you work on the Etzel. That's going to be terrible. You're going to divorce me over this Etzel, and I know it.
Nah. All right. Now, will you go? Oh, yeah, we'll have plenty.
I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in here.
That'll do it.
What?
That will work.
That's impressive. You don't have to check the other ones now, right? Nothing else would have moved?
No, nothing's moved. All the other ones they had plenty of room.
That's great.
I could actually probably go back in just a little bit, but we're gonna leave it out. That way, in the process of redoing it, if it does end up moving in a little bit, we'll still have plenty of room. Now, the other thing is, will the inner fender well go back in place?
Do you have to check that now?
Sure do.
You said my inner fender wells were like rotted off the car, right, yesterday?
No.
I don't know why I thought you did.
I said your rear quarter is rotted away from the inner structure. Oh man, we got plenty of room. Got all the room in the world there.
That's good.
Let me bolt this back up. See what kind of space we got for that AC compressor. Man, that AC compressor is so close you'd never even be able to put a belt on it or change a belt. So definitely got to modify that. But that's okay. I already marked it where we got to modify it. So we'll take care of that at some point. Now I'm gonna see if I can bolt this to the shock tower, or if that hole in the fender well has just become totally useless. Getting that in there is gonna be almost impossible. All right, Darren, thanks for doing the body work. I'm about to chop right into your mud work you did. Oh well. We're good. We're gonna pull this back off. I'll just drill that hole out quite a bit bigger where the bolt bolts the inner fender to the shock tower, because we can just put like a big fender washer on it, so that's not a big deal. And I could probably get the bolt in there, but it's just hard to get to right now, so I'm not gonna fight with it just to take it all right back out. That would just be stupid. That'll work. We'll pull that header back off and grind all that weld out of the inside and clean up that pipe, and then it'll be ready to add a section to it whenever we come up with a piece of pipe. It's ready to add a piece of pipe. All right, we're running Dakota digital gauges in the truck, so we got to get our temp sensor in and our oil pressure sending unit. The kit comes with the adapters to adapt to the metric threads that the LS has. All right, there's probably a tach generator, I'm guessing, for the transmission, which we won't need because the transmission is electronic, so we don't have to have that. We're gonna run the temp sensor over there in that head because we're gonna run the stock temp sensor in this side because the Phytech system also has to see temp. So we'll run one on one side and one on the other. That should be our reducer for our oil pressure. No, might be this guy. Come on, get in there. That is the one. Okay. And should have a, yep, aluminum O-ring. I guess you can call it an O-ring. That's what we're going to call it. Still going to put some thread sealant on this thing. Get some thread sealant on it. We'll screw this into the block, then screw in our sending unit. Going right there. Right there. As soon as we find something to remove that plug. Oh, that thing looks half stripped out, so that's gonna be fun. Ah, God. Oh man. It's always something with this truck. Dang. Think they used enough sealant? It's everywhere. Good Lord. Let's put our aluminum washer on. There's probably enough sealant already packed in all those threads that I don't need any, but we'll add a little bit. Not as much as they did. Get a wrench to tighten this stuff up. That just broke. Whew. Got lucky though. It did not break off in the head. That sucks. Barely had it tight and it broke. I don't know if I have another one of these. Man, I'm glad that did not break off in there. I don't know if the camera will focus on that or not because it's been having trouble focusing. You can see the crack in it. Whole end of it tried to break off in there. Still sucks. Now I gotta see if I can come up with another one of these stupid things. If the head was off of the engine, I would just tap that out to a normal pipe thread size, but that ain't the case. So let me go see if I have another one of these adapters. Yep, that's NPT. That won't screw in there, so we gotta order one. The never-ending battle. All right, we have no fittings that will work. I've looked everywhere, so ordered what we need on Amazon. This time we'll get a stainless fitting that won't snap off, and we'll be back on this tomorrow doing something. Don't know what yet, but figure that out tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow. All right, it's the next day, folks. Finally went and got some bolts for the drive shaft, so we can get this guy bolted up now. Need to pick this thing up a little bit. Up a drive shaft. Get the nuts on this carrier bearing and some lock washers. Moving on. Next. And up next.
What can I do?
Nothing.
What? I don't like feeling like a loser. I'm unimportant. I'm unnecessary.
That's false. All right, I'm gonna move all this stuff off of this.
Oh my God. gosh, wait, you want to see how dorky I am? I'm showing them. I got a gift in the mail. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Brian. Ready? Magnetic bracelets. They really do exist. I'm so stinking excited. Steven tells me I'm going to be so over these so quickly because I'm going to track metal.
This is not going to work out in a fab shop, I promise you. That thing will look like a porcupine, and she will have metal stabbed into her everywhere, and she'll be going, this was a bad idea.
Realistically, it's going to stick to the microphone. But
yeah, everything will be stuck to Jackie now. She'll be trying to walk past Dad Chevelle. She'll be stuck to the quarter panel.
I already have my idea. The magnet's going to go on the inside. It's not going to go on the outside. I'm so excited. Do not rain on my parade.
I'm not raining on the parade. I'm just being realistic.
See, look, if it's right here, it's not going to hit. It's not going to stick to things. You threw that at me. Yes, it does. See? Steven!
You're my new wrench holder.
Yeah! Don't you look at this?
It's not working.
Yeah, it does. Don't you wish you had one of these?
I really don't.
I got 2 of them.
That's good. One on each arm.
Oh, man.
Who's that coming down our road?
I don't know. You want me to go check?
No.
Okay.
How's that?
Perfect. I only want it for little stuff since I drop everything.
Here you go. Put that stuff over there for me, please, and thank you.
Put it on my magnet. Look at that. It's like if I need a wrench, it's on my arm. It's like a tool belt without being on a belt.
Cool.
Genius. I'm done with you.
You want to go grab that radiator?
Oh, I'm grabbing it?
Yes.
It's not too heavy for me?
It weighs nothing. Where are you going?
Where's the radiator?
It's over there.
You should have told me that.
We're going to run some transmission cooling lines, folks.
Not coolant lines, cooling lines.
Not coolant.
I learned that. In my brain, this was a lot heavier than what it was.
They don't have coolant in them.
No, they're just cooling it down.
That's right. Did you see 2 black fittings on the floor over there?
Maybe. I'll go look.
Go check that out.
Okay.
Get these little guys screwed in here. Get this thing bolted up. I think I kind of want to paint this radiator black. I don't think I want to do it right now.
Why do you want to paint it? Just so it's more inconspicuous?
Doesn't look so goofy.
Oh. Like the whole thing gets painted?
At least the top tank. It would look better. It'll match everything better, but I mean, there's still some aluminum stuff on here. I mean, you know, if the budget hadn't gotten out of control, we could have powder coated all those brackets black. It would have looked better, but it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Let's find what size we need for these little guys. All right.
Are you locking it tight?
We are. I'm gonna put some 567 on her and hope it lives a leak-free life. Oh man, you're gonna need to be a little lower than that on there, huh? Get on in there, buddy. Little buddy. A 1 and a 2. Bam.
It's pretty sweet.
There we go.
Want to show them?
They can see it.
Can you see it?
Can you see it?
Ta-da!
You see it? There it is. All right.
Okay.
We got. We're switched over to AN now.
Okay. Army Navy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Army
I
Navy.
think we can just bolt this guy in and never have to take it out again at this point. I mean, it would be nice to
Have the option.
route that belt before we put the radiator in away, but I don't have the right belt, so
Oh, were we supposed to go get that today?
I'm not dealing with that right now. I've got to measure this and all that. I don't really feel like.
You did it. 7 inches.
No, that's not an accurate. That was just a guess.
A guesstimate.
Yeah.
You were guesstimating?
Yep. We were guesstimating. So what we got to do.
I guesstimate the love of my heart is this big for you.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's pretty lame.
Well,
that's pretty weak.
That's as big as my arms go.
No, you're not even trying.
Isn't this
Hold
so
that bolt
convenient?
for me.
Isn't it so convenient?
You dork.
I know. I kind of feel like a Power Ranger.
A Power Ranger.
Yeah, magnets are also good for your muscles. So you know what?
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Was there ever a purple Power Ranger?
I don't know.
I don't want to be the PP.
Purple power.
That's what I'm saying. Here, you need to put another
All
one
the
on
Rangers can yell that except the White Ranger.
Steven!
Would not work out. Give me my bolt back.
Don't put things there that you don't want to stay there,
Look,
Steven.
man, it was supposed to be there just for a moment.
It sticks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
Don't you wish you had one of these now?
No, I don't. I mean, technically, I could use the other one you have, but...
What if I wanted to be super powered?
You need one on both
And
arms.
then I can like literally just be like, bam, bam. Thank you, man. I'm way too excited.
Oh my God.
I told you I was overstimulated today. Dude, can I like put
Dude.
these up at the same time and I'll rise to the top of the world?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. You'd think I was.
What?
I don't know.
Did you say you think I was?
You would think I was like drunk or something.
You would think you were 12 years old.
I mean, that is the truth.
Whoa.
I'm bored, Stephen. I need a task.
Yeah, you're going to help me in just a second.
Okay.
Bring it down a notch.
I have to pee.
Oh my God. You're a small child.
Today I am. I'm gonna be really old next week, so I have to channel my inner child right now.
You have to be a small child right now?
Yes.
Okay, grab this side of the radiator.
Why, is
You
it
got a
too
bolt?
heavy for you?
No. You got a bolt right there. We're gonna put it over the top of this.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it down. You're gonna start the bolt up here in the little top piece there.
Okay.
When we get it to where we need to be.
I gotta bring it down a notch. I thought I was supposed to grab the other side.
You will.
Oh. This is not how I expected this to go.
Why? How did you expect it to go?
Well, like I expected it to kind of like really fit in there and not look like it's just not supposed to be there.
Why do you think it looks like it's not supposed to be there?
Because it's angular and it doesn't look like it fits properly.
You
But it's
say so.
correct.
It's where it's supposed to be.
I mean, I believe you.
Now, we gotta route these hoses.
To cool things?
Hose routing. It's the transmission cooling lines.
Cooling lines. Not coolant lines, cooling
Not
lines.
coolant. They don't have
Because we're
coolant.
not putting coolant in them. We're
Coolant
cooling.
doesn't run through them. Transmission fluid does.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is a cooling line for the transmission fluid. Oh yeah, baby. Get on there.
Did you guys see my new Tom's Toasted Peanut shelf? That's right. I scored that in a estate sale. Because, you know, I'm collecting things for our garage when we finally get one.
One day.
One day.
Probably not.
Yeah. And then we get to hang up our little cool Kustomz signs. And we'll finally get to hang up our license plates from Vans.
Yeah. We hadn't forgot about them, Vance.
Yeah, we love them. They're in our household right now. Free shipping on stickers. Go get yourself some.
Gotcha. Made it happen,
Captain.
Captain. Make it happen, Captain. All right, everything looks A-okay.
Who's your favorite captain?
It's all tight. Crunch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Captain Crunch.
I'm over here like there's like Spalding and Captain Hook, and you're like Crunch.
I do enjoy Captain Spaulding. That's probably my favorite. But, you know, Captain Crunch cereal is pretty good, so
Man, I'm all about some
I
Captain
had to
Crunch.
pick that. We need to find a metric bolt. Oh man, those freaking clamps are not gonna... I can't drill these out. I need clamps with a bigger hole in them. But
We don't have those.
I don't have them, and I can't drill out the ones I have. I attempted that the other day and tried to put them in the vise, and it just tries to mangle them. So that ain't gonna work, but we might be able to come up with something, because what I want to do,
Let's have some fun.
yeah, all I want to do is have some fun. So I want to run the transmission cooling lines.
Ow!
Your magnet bracelet didn't even save you. Crazy.
That's because I wasn't down there.
So I want to run through here, but I don't want to.
Where do you want to go?
I want to run the cooling lines under here. We've got this hole here. That was for the factory LSAC bracket. So if we had a double clamp with a big enough hole, we could run a bolt in there and it would hold these cooling lines right next to the block, which would be
ideal.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
See what I did there?
I think you're pretty cool.
But I don't have that, so we may have to come up with plan B.
You have to come up with a solution, Steven.
A solution. Solution? Solution. Okay.
You know, I'm really excited for when we have the school bus.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whenever you have to come up with a solution, we're just gonna like go into like a whole cartoon. Like it's gonna be an episode in itself.
It's gonna be
animated.
It's gonna be Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
I knew it. All right.
We could like start singing conjunction junction, what's your function?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to relearn that one.
Okay.
Have to brush up on it, on the lyrics. All right. I need to run this through here. I might need your help to grab the other side of this.
Okay. What do I have to do?
Just grab that hose right here.
Is it good in the hood?
It is. Saw good.
Saw good. Saw good?
Yep.
Like S.A.W?
See what I did there?
Like Stephen Allen Wiggett's good?
Like what? Did you just call me Wiggets?
I didn't know. I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
I did.
Yeah.
Call me Wiggets.
In case you guys like didn't know that, that's what SAW stands for.
That's my initials.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like trying to connect to that block right there.
I like when you connect to my box.
Inappropriate, Jacqueline. Very inappropriate.
That's what you said. I was just repeating.
I said the block.
Oh.
I would like to connect to this block. Okay.
Oh, Jacqueline, that was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right, let go.
Okay.
Get out of the way.
Like on my ego.
I might want to run this thing up here underneath that so I can tie back to the frame, because we don't, if I'm under here and I try to make this turn, I don't know how well that's gonna work. Probably be fine, but I don't know. And then you gotta tie that side where that top line ties in over here.
Right here, right here.
Right here. I don't know. Tie it in over here. This thing might be pointed right at the lower hose, which we can kind of aim it down some. So that'll be all right. We'll try to aim both of them down a little bit. Like that. Like this and like that.
You like this and like that.
Let's run this guy back under here.
You just over here running hoses?
I'm out here just running these hoses.
You better not be running those hoses. There's only one hose.
All right. Stick this other line, fitting up here for right this moment. So I've seen like where people will try to use these setups for their power steering. Don't do that, guys. So you can order the kits for the power steering, and it's basically the same setup, but your hose just slides into like a almost like a tapered barb fitting, and then as you tighten this down, you lock it down on the hose, and then you run that fitting in there and it swells it out and locks it in. And it's fine on like the transmission cooling lines, fuel lines. Fuel line is only like 58 PSI, but power steering pumps will create like a couple thousand PSI. So I wouldn't recommend using this style line and fitting on power steering, because when they do blow apart, power steering is very flammable. So have those made up at a hydraulic company where they're actually crimped fittings. It'll, you know, save you from burning your junk to the ground.
I have a serious question for you.
What's your serious question?
Were you trying to be like Scratch?
When Scratch's garage.
We love you, buddy.
We do. We need to go see Scratch.
We really do need to go see Scratch. That was funny. Wait, so we were at the Starboard and we were watching a bunch of Scratch's videos, and we were laughing because every time that like Scratch does something in his like cover photos and everything on YouTube, he has his leg up like this. That's right.
He told us it's a competition to see who can get their leg up the highest on whatever they're working on, which I thought was hilarious.
Right?
Because he said you always seen like the old guys back in the day, anytime they were explaining anything, they're like, well, and they would give you the explanation. So he said they're in a competition to see, you know, who can get their leg up the highest on whatever they're working on.
It's hilarious.
Which I thought was pretty funny. So
yeah.
Scratch made Jackie do the Scratch pose and open up a video for him.
Scratch's garage. Welcome to the Daryl Starboard Car Show.
It was good times.
Yeah, go follow Scratch if you're not already.
Y'all may remember that guy from, you know, such shows as Overhauling. Oh man.
The day that Scratch met Steven was actually really funny too. He was like, who is this guy? I don't know who this is.
He's like, what is this guy doing here with a 4-door that has an LS in it? I hate him.
Until he didn't. It was love at first sight.
All right, I don't like this. I don't want that running under there like that.
What do you have to do now? Move it?
I want to reroute this. I
Okay.
don't care for that
So
location. Well, maybe if I tie it back, I still don't think I'd like it, but just stretch it out and I'm gonna start pulling it back through here and send it through a different way.
You can stretch it out.
What?
What did I do?
Didn't quite mean like that, but that's okay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, what did I do?
I just wanted it not wound up. I didn't want you to pull it tight and get it hung up under the engine.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, you said stretch it out, so I stretched it out.
Come on, help me out here. Thank you. Now you're getting it.
Well, yeah, that's not stretching it out. That's feeding it through.
I didn't want you to try to feed it through in a loop.
Oh, that's better explanation. Help me feed it through, but not in a loop.
Oh my God.
Keep me in the loop, Steven.
I'm gonna put you in a loop.
You love me right now.
When do I not?
I mean, I know there's times.
Good Lord. You think I would put up with this if I didn't?
I mean, maybe I'm entertaining to you at least.
All right, we got one line done, which I'll show you guys in a minute what we've got going on, but this is what we're using. This is our fittings. So you got this guy right here that screws onto the hose itself. And then once you have it screwed in place, then this one slides inside. It's threaded here. But ow, that hurts too, by the way, when you get stabbed with the stainless. This is a reverse thread on here. So you run it down all the way till it stops. This is different than the line that has the plastic liner in it. those work a little bit different, which I already did all those, or I would show y'all how that works, but it's too late for that. All right, so that's tight. And then this guy slides in there, and then you run it down tight. It expands that line in there because this is actually tapered. Grab a couple wrenches and tighten that up, and this end will be ready to go on the transmission. And then we'll start routing this one where it needs to be. There you have it. She's ready. Also, we have some clamps that hold the lines apart from one another. So I've got these all clamped to the chassis, and I think what I'll do, I don't have like a double clamp, which would be nice. So we'll just zip tie this line to this other one and route them all the same location. I had several more of these. Hopefully they're the right size. If they are, then I'll donate them to the build. I like it. Now we got to get this other hose connected down here in the front. So this is what we have. Coming out the transmission, running down the frame, up over all of this stuff. And then we've got a clamp here. And then we'll go back towards the chassis up here, and it'll get another clamp on the chassis. Then that line loops right here and goes right over there. It ties into that 90-degree fitting that the camera refuses to focus on.
You gotta touch it. Touch the camera.
Right over there. Maybe it sees it. So we're gonna route this other one right along beside it, and then it ties in right there. Oh yeah, you got plenty of room. Good to go. Still may make like a little small heat shield for right here, but I mean, we're inches away, so should be just fine.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. I thought we were done.
Jackie says I have to be done.
I didn't say you had to be done.
I was trying to do more stuff for you guys, but Jackie cut me right off. She's like,
lie.
You're done.
Why would you lie to people like that? I'm done with you. That's so not true. I was just sitting here minding my own business.
Minding my own business.
Yeah. Well.
It's true. She was minding her own business.
Yeah.
But she has to edit, and we're way behind.
Guys, doesn't that seem like a thing? Like every time we're here, we're like, hey, we've got to edit.
Yeah, we can't seem to like get ahead. Like I want to be like, you know, like weeks ahead on videos, but we can't seem to do it.
Instead, we're usually like a day late every time.
Yeah.
Like what we plan to do.
We always think that we're like, yeah, we'll get caught up and we'll have like, you know, like 2 videos like ready, and like never ever happens. We're always like last minute, like trying to get something filmed, because a lot of times I'll work and won't film anything, and then other times like this past week I actually had to go do the whole real job thing quite a bit, and there was a lot of construction work going on this week. So.
All work and no play makes Jackie a dull girl. Come on, that's good, and you know it. I get to work on the Etzel.
I'm just going to turn her loose.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the whole thing apart, and he'll be so happy, and we don't ever have to do a dang thing with it.
I'm not even going to tell her what to do. I'm just going to give her a bunch of tools and just pull up a lawn chair and watch.
I mean, YouTube is good for things, so I will watch a YouTube video on how to pull my motor.
That's going to be kind of funny for you guys to watch her YouTube how to remove an engine from an Etzel.
Can you imagine? I don't even really think there's many Etzel videos on YouTube. I've tried to look. There's actually a really good one of giving you the history of the Etzel.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
Once you remove one engine, they're all the same.
I have never removed an engine, so I mean, there's that.
You're going to be doing it. That's if it doesn't pour rain all week long.
Well, we're going to do it. We'll figure it out.
Oh, you're going to stand out there in the pouring rain and
No,
pull
we're
an
not
engine?
going to stand out in the pouring rain, but I'm just very excited. This is the first thing I get to do on my own wagon.
Don't get too excited, guys. We're not starting on the Etzel yet. She's just going to... We're going to do a few things, but nothing major.
Yeah, because...
It has nothing to do with that either.
I know.
Yeah,
I get to be on the back burner.
There's too many projects ahead of it, unfortunately.
I know. The bus went ahead of it. If
What do you
we
mean
would
the
have
bus
picked
went
up
ahead of it?
the original Etzel, the Etzel would have been before the bus. But that got turned down, and then the bus got bought, and then the Etzel didn't come for like a few weeks after that.
So it got bumped.
I got bumped, guys. I got bumped. I am
Don't
heartbroken.
let her lie to you. She wants that bus done as bad as I
really do. I'm very excited about it. We sit outside sometimes, like we have the bus out there, and like we come home from like food shopping and stuff, and like we walk up to the bus and we're like,
we're gonna get to you,
can't wait
you
till we
fat
get
bastard.
to this. And then we go through all the ideas in our head. Like we've done this so many times, it's ridiculous.
Folks,
And
I've got to figure out how I'm going to lay this bus on the ground and tuck 24-inch wheels up under those front fenders. That's going to be very challenging, but...
he already knows what he's doing, so don't let him fool you. He's already has many ideas in his side of his head.
What are you talking about?
You've got ideas.
Why would you tell them that I already know how I'm going to do it when I have no clue how I'm going to do it?
You have ideas.
Ideas don't mean that I know how I'm going to do it. I don't have a clue. It's going to suck.
He's got like a 90% clue.
It's going to suck really bad to try to get those under there.
I know.
Because I do plan on laying those fenders on the ground.
Right on the ground.
The back of them anyway. The front's a little bit higher, so I'm not concerned about that. The back of the fender, it's got to hit the ground, along with the bottom of the bus.
Yeah.
So we're going to get rid of where the bus actually steps down, where the door is. We're going to cut that off so it's flush with the rest of it. I'm probably going to build like basically a frame under the body of the bus so that when it does set down on the ground, we don't have to worry about bending the body.
Well, let's show them that. Like instead of just telling them that, when we work on the Etzel, we'll show them. It'd be cooler to have a visual, don't you think?
How about you just do all this?
Do all what?
You take over.
I can't. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Dang. Trying to shut me down, huh?
No,
shut me up.
I'm not trying to shut you up.
Jackie talks more than anybody. As soon as I start talking, she's like, shut up.
Well, no, like, I don't know. Like, my brain, unless I have, like, a visual that's sitting in front of me, I'm like this, like. No? He loves me and hates me right now.
Go play with your magnet bracelet.
Thanks, Nikki. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share and do all the good stuff.
Stay tuned for an Etzel debacle.
Yo, if you're excited for the Etzel, let's talk about it below. Steven's firing me from the garage.
Yeah, you're going to go work in the driveway on your own car.
I was like, why do I have to work in the driveway? And then I forgot my car was there.
We'll see you next week, folks.